All right, y'all. This boy's trying to lay him a water pipe for his chickens and garden. Coming off the well pump here. He's running into a bunch of rocks. Rocks, and more rocks. Then you get down here, and the problem changes. He's got roots, and more roots. Gets down here, he's got to cross the driveway. He's going to curve his pipe, run it right down the outside edge of the chicken pen here in the garden. He's got this ditch dug already. You're going to put him a spigot right here. Where's that ball? Where's that ball? Yeah, come here, ball. You're gonna need a different tool, boy. Try that. There to work on them roots. Cut them out further away from the edge of your hole, yeah. Give you room in there. That's about the best pick I ever seen, boy. It's Grandpa's. Yeah. You worried about breaking that pick? No. No? They probably ain't never seen no pick like that. You gonna show them what you got?
What he did was he took a piece of a leaf spring and welded it on to a pipe, and that's it. Sharpen the end of it just a little bit. That's it.
Basically indestructible.
And that's not. It's some pretty thick pipe for a pickaxe. It's hot.
I think the stump's losing, boy.
It's a pretty tough stump.
You gonna explain that cut, boy?
No. She's got a butt.
You ain't gonna explain it?
No.
No explanation, just a boy with a pig cup.
No explanation, just coffee.
Well, you wanna walk them out there and show them the changes you made in your garden?
Yep. Alright, so right off the bat I got this gate back up because spring's coming and rabbits are going to be coming along with it. There's hardware mesh down here on the bottom to help keep them out because, well, tiny holes, big rabbit, physics. And over here I got this pile of dirt right here, but this isn't just a pile of dirt. This is a new bed because you can see the logs right here. That means there's going to be a bed there. It's about 80 foot long, about 4 foot wide. Goes all the way down there about 80 foot. And in case you didn't notice, there's leaves everywhere. And they're right here on the ground. It's not very deep right here, but it's deeper in some spots than others. But the reason why we put leaves and grass clippings that we raked up all over the place is because we're hoping that it's going to help with the weeds, because this makes like a big old mat on top of everything. And with it raining, with the rain that we just had last night, it was pretty heavy rain, it packed everything down real nice. So the goal is to keep weeds out and mulch the walk paths in the garden, because this is good for the dirt.
And as a bonus, it completely solved your erosion problem, right?
Yeah, that too, because it has to go all through, the water has to go all through the leaves to get down to the dirt. It slows the water down. These two big beds here, we are going to plant potatoes in like we did last year, and we put fertilizer in here and sulfur in here because potatoes like more acidic dirt. All the rest of the beds we only put fertilizer on. That's it, except for that bed because, well, it's not finished. We've been playing with the sprinkler yesterday. We didn't film any of it because, well, it was raining and sprinkling. But we just got a regular garden sprinkler on this. It's not hooked up right now. But we're wiring it to this pole here, and the goal was to make it water everything, but it's just not going to do it. And we looked up ways to redneck your sprinkler, I guess you could say. But we didn't find anything that really worked. So we're just going to deal with moving it around. I came in here and cleaned out all the beds. More leaves have gone back in there though, but got all the leaves out of the bed. Made sure to not scrape the bottom of the bed, because whenever you do that, that disturbs the dirt and makes weeds want to grow. We're trying to avoid weeds because weeds aren't good for the garden. Suck up all the extra nutrients in it. I need to show you where I got all that dirt from. We got this spot right here, and right down there where it kind of flattens out a little bit, that's where we got the dirt from. And I've been started digging down there. I'm going to flatten all this out, kind of like how I did the tree beds, and then that'll help a lot with water because water comes off the mountain, down into the garden, and then into this spot. That way, been through this bunch, not going through it all again. But this will be a sunken walk path with a, I guess you would call a raised bed at that point. But I got another bed here. It's 90 foot long.
Yeah.
Because that's a 10 foot gate. Down through here, I cleaned that ditch out and put some logs up there on the side of it. That way my leaves don't go back down into the ditch. This spot is a lot deeper with leaves because I took all the leaves out of that. That was deep enough you didn't know there was a ditch there. We cleaned that hole out. More stuff fell in it, but we cleaned it out.
That's a deep hole, boy.
That is a deep hole.
Get in there so you can see how deep that hole is.
Alright, so I'm 8 foot tall.
That's a pretty deep hole. Now that your erosion problems are solved, don't really need that hole no more. So, need some suggestions on what to do with this hole other than obviously just filling it in. It was a sediment trap when he was having a lot of erosion problems here in the garden, but he had his grandpa come over and dig him a swell here on the outside of the garden fence. That solved that problem and took all the pressure off of this spot where the hole was. So now the hole is no longer needed.
But I still want to keep the hole because it still fills up with water. Back here is going to be another bed. It's going to be pretty close to 100 foot. My garden is pretty much 100 foot square. But we're going to fill this in, put something back here. I don't know what we're planning on planting back here. Something. It's going to be something interesting because it's a new bed. It needs something cool to attract all the attention to it so that everybody knows that I got a bed here. Need everybody to know that. You've probably noticed that I've left my tomato plants and all the other plants. I haven't pulled up any plants, and I'm not going to, because reason being is because, let me find them here. Some of them still have green left on them because the bed was full of leaves all winter, so there's still some green on them, and I'm wondering if they might shoot a tomato plant, shoot a limb out. And if they do, then I'll cut the plant off up above the limb and let it grow, and then it'll have that huge root system underneath. And if it doesn't, because I know all of these have a huge root system because I let all my plants get up to about that tall, and then whenever I planted them, they was only that tall.
Buried them deep, right?
Yeah, buried them real deep. And if they don't do anything, then I'll cut them off, and then all the roots will be down there in the dirt, and then they'll decompose and become more fertilizer, and also will become compost, and they'll also help aerate the soil a little bit. It makes a bunch of little tunnels like worms do. It's artificial worms is all it is, but it's still natural because it's a plant. See, like that one, that's got a bunch of green left on it. This one here, and that one. Thinking of other things to show you. Can't think of anything.
We should probably do something else then. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. Alright, y'all, so there's something I've been needing to tell y'all, but I haven't been telling y'all because I didn't tell y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all because I didn't tell y'all because I've been needing to tell y'all. But it's pretty important, and I need to tell y'all because I haven't told y'all yet. But let me tell you. Now, you may be wondering, what is that? Well, it's a refrigerator. That there is a refrigerator. That's what makes it cold. And this is a big box, and that's a refrigerator, and this is a box. So this is a refrigerated box. I figured that out with my common sense. Now, this ain't just any refrigerator box sitting in the middle of my driveway. This is a refrigerator box on wheels. You see those wheels? I don't know how big they are. I think it's 16, but here you go. That's a hot box. That's a cold box beside a hot box on wheels. Now, you may be wondering, well, how are you gonna move it? You gonna pull it? No, I ain't gonna pull it. I'm gonna drive it. You see that? This here is a steering wheel. That's the door handle and that's the lock. Now, you may be wondering, well, how much power is it gonna take to pull that big giant box? I got a pretty big motor right here, boys. Now, this is the 43 liter V16. It's got 3 turbos. 1, 2, 3. Alright? Now, it had a supercharger on it, but I had to take that off because it was too fast and it scared me. But let me continue on around over here. Now, this ain't a big truck. This ain't a medium truck. It's kind of a small truck. Size don't matter. It still gets the job done and all that. But coming back on around over here, I have another door. That's right. It goes all the way through the truck. That's right. There's another door over here, but for no reason in opening that. This should help me a lot. There's 2 of them, so it's going to help me double. I can't show you the other one because it's got stickers on it. It was somebody else's truck, and they had their own little business going, and I couldn't show it because they're not sponsoring me. But got most of the stickers off of this one. Kept some of them, left an important message on there. Now I can show you the other one from this angle because you can't see the stickers on it because the stickers are on the side and the back. That was proof that it runs, and it runs like a dream. You can hear that V16 power. I revved it up just a little bit and all the 3 turbos kicked in sequence. 1, 2, 3. There's the other truck. Can't really show you too much of it because they're not sponsoring me. I can't show those stickers. It's the same as that one, but mine's a 94, his is a 95. Here's the inside of his. I'm in me dad's truck. Vroom vroom. It's got a radio. It's got a thing where you can set the speakers. It's got headlights. I think the headlights are very weird. His will do 100 miles an hour. Mine only does 80. That's because he got bigger tires. His has got a cup holder. Mine don't. Mine's got a cracked windshield, and so does his. His does too. He ain't got nothing on me. Oh man. It's got a visor. And
What does yours do that this one don't?
drives.
This one needs a rear end. Or at least a new pinion yoke, right?
Yep.
So if anybody out there has got any S10 parts they want to get rid of, we got some Suburban parts we could trade for them.
Or if you just like to donate stuff, that works too. That don't bother me. What are you gonna name your truck? Myrtle?
Haven't even thought about it.
Myrtle.
If nothing else, you got spare parts, right?
Yep. I'm gonna go dig my ditch. And I'm gonna see you later. Because I gotta go dig my ditch.
Your ditch is over there, boy.
Oh.